Well, I do know that if I don't record this, I'm going to be upset with myself later on. What I have here is two drones that have crashed. Okay, so what we got here is busted arm, busted arm, busted arm, and the frame has pretty much cracked on both sides there, so I might have to change the top and the bottom here. Gosh, I hope I don't have to order a new body or anything, but might be able to get away with just a little crack there on the bottom and not have to necessarily replace both. But that arm's got to definitely go. So does that one. It's busted. I got 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 5 good arms. One's in that bag there. I got all kinds of parts everywhere. We're just going to salvage it all and see exactly what I can do, if I can get these put back together okay. All right, this is going to be fun to do. I guess because I really don't have the light that I need to do it correctly. In this bag of goodies here, we do have bodies. Here's a body. Doesn't appear, well, let's see. Let's see just how good a shape it is in. Body seems to be intact here. So that is a good thing. That means I can, this is the bottom, so I could actually use that and replace that one there. So that eliminates that cracking. Here we have the top. It is cracked here and it is cracked here. On this particular top, it's just cracked right there, which is probably, all these things are probably super gluable. So I do have the parts needed for a top and a bottom too. I could probably get all these running, but I would have to order new arms, and they're about 80 bucks a pop, and I don't want to play around with that. That's a little expensive. Here's a motor that is fully intact. Yeah, this one here is broken. You know, kind of here, so that screw's not going to hold very well there. So that arm's kind of shot. The motor, the guts are still good. It's just this shaft that's broke right there, okay? So that's something to look at. Here we have another one. This too has been broken here. So that's not going to be fixable, but yet the motor is still good. So I can remove all that. Sure would be nice. I'm just have to find that out in a bit. So here we got 2 arms. Okay, bingo. Here's a motorized lift, which it appears that all these seem to be okay as far as the lift mechanism. So I probably am not going to need that for this particular repair. Couple of sponge legs, which is cool. All my little screws and everything that goes with that. Gosh, I hope I can remember. I've done this a couple of times, so hopefully I'll be able to remember exactly what I did. All right, what's in this bag of goodies here? Okay, we've got a lot of things for the camera. Here is a $400 and some odd camera. Just, I'm almost tempted to turn them all in. What did I drop? I'm almost tempted to turn them all in and see if they'll send me some new ones. And go from there. I don't see anything else in here that is at this time going to be salvageable. There's your for your cameras there. The camera cover. Okay. All right, so I think out of all this, I am going to be able to possibly repair the whole shebang here. So the first thing I want to do before I do anything, you do notice that that shaft is broke right there, which is going to make it almost an impossibility to repair, because I've got to be able to get this back up into here, and it needs to go through the eyelets. The thing is, I already have one right there, so this piece is not necessary. So what I'm going to do, I've got these special little tools here. I am going to pull out the, I believe it's a number 2. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. Pull out the number 2 and remove this. All right, we're back here again. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do here, if I wanted to film it or not, because this is pretty, it's getting pretty intricate, and I really didn't want to deal with messing with this and fixing this at the same time. But if you do notice, this arm is broke. I've had to remove the landing gears, which I was able to repair 2 of them. So we've got 2 new, well, not new, but repaired with old parts. The landing gear, that's a plus there. Now let's see where we can go from here. So what I need to do is, this arm's good, this arm's good, and this arm's good. These 3 are the ones that evidently crashed into the tree or whatever. I wasn't paying, actually I was paying attention. I just couldn't see it because it's so early in the morning and it was so dark out there. I couldn't see it. And dude, that thing just, I go, oh my God, I just ran into a freaking tree. How did I do that? It was stupid me. Stupid me. Okay, so I busted, you know, and rebuilt a couple of these puppies. And here I am doing it again. I am not an electronic engineer like my nephew is. He actually has 2 masters in engineering, and they just moved him out of California. He worked for Elon Musk at SpaceX. I guess he got that job about 4 years ago with Elon Musk. And so Kevin's been working over there, and dude, they don't want him over there anymore. No, they go, dude, we don't want you here anymore. What we would like to do is we'd like to send you up to Washington where you could head up and manage a crew. I go, are you kidding? So the guy is still working for SpaceX. Now he's a manager running a crew of about 13, so I heard, of people that work for SpaceX up in Washington State, which is cool. I'm just so proud of the way. I didn't really know that he had all that in him. He was the one that helped me first learn about computers when I got out of prison, because I didn't know anything about them, you know, except for what I played around with in the prison. You know, you go to the library, they had those little 5.5-inch floppy disks. That was about it. They didn't even have the 3 1/4s yet, so. But I learned all, you know, as much as I could off of DOS, because that's all it ran off of. They didn't have Windows then. And when I got out, Kevin showed me pretty much how to do all that stuff. And I thought, well, this is great, okay. And it just took off from there. I just kept, you know, playing with it and whatever. Okay, so I got all the screws out. Well, I got to get these off here, or it won't. That's going to be a number 2 and not a number 1.5. The music you hear in the background is Dream Theater, my number 1 band of all time. Everybody, best guitarists, best drummers, best everybody, best keyboards, everything. I mean, they're just extremely good. Anyways, I was kind of disappointed when Portnoy left, being as he was the main character, but that didn't last. So anyways, that's what you're listening to in the background. Might not even be able to hear it, I don't know. Now this is where the receiver is for the camera itself. So we need to disconnect it and set it aside so we can get this top off. So let's get this thing pulled very carefully. Set it over here. Beautiful. Now we have access to popping this lid off here. Oh, got to get that off of there too. Only 50 billion screws on here. This is one reason I like this particular drone, is because it is a modular type of a drone to where you can actually take it apart and repair parts that break. And so I picked up some other drones at a couple of $400 a pop and stuff like that, and they were all operable. Now what plugs in there is my controller that keeps it from running into trees and stuff, but you know what, it slows it down so much that I don't like it. It just slows it down way too much. Okay, it appears that I have all the screws out. Oh yeah, now comes the fun part. I forgot about that. You actually have to kind of pry it. So, well, let me get this flipped over again. And where is my Leatherman? Of course, it's over here. All right, so we get the Leatherman out. The reason I want to do that is I want a blade that I can kind of put in here and get this worked a little bit. And separate these because they do snap on, snaps together and everything. So very carefully, I am going to open this guy up. Now, I know you're thinking, gosh, Mike, you are a butcher, and my name isn't Mike, so don't call me that. It's Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Yeah, I have a web page that says Michael, but I have so many Facebook web pages, I had to figure out different ways to spell Michael. Anyway, how'd I get up on that? I know you're thinking I'm a butcher, but you know, the patients that I operated on when I was in the service, they didn't think I was a butcher. They loved me. So that's right, I was a corpsman in the Navy, and yeah. Okay, so here we got this here. This has got to come off here, and I am going to examine that lid, see what I can repair, or see if I'm just going to go ahead with a new lid. Now, it appears, well, I don't even want to go there yet. Don't even want to go there yet. So the bottom will come off, and I'm going to have to pick between the two as to which ones I want, you know. So let's get this out here like this. I know, it's starting to get confusing, isn't it? It is! Let me go over and get, hey, let me go in the bathroom real quick and get a towel. Hey, it's Mike Portnoy. Look at that dude, man. Does this guy know how to drum or what? World's greatest drummer. In my opinion. Dream Theater, yes sir. Alright, so let's get back into here and go ahead and get me a little bitty towel here. Keep that thing on just in case. You know, the reason I talk during this thing is because, you know, I'm sure it gets real boring just watching somebody do something and not talking through. I watched a video the other day where the guy didn't say nothing. He just started tearing stuff apart and didn't give any explanation as to why he was doing anything. And the recipient, us, we had no clue what he was doing. What are you doing, dude? What? Explain. Talk to us. Would you please talk? So I'm going to try to do just that. Now we don't lose that button. That button goes in a particular place. And I'm going to show you that in a couple of seconds. That button is the on button. On and off button. It actually goes right here. So we don't want to lose that. But the good stuff's over there. All right, so I will look at the bodies in a minute and take care of those. What I want to do first, okay, so I have the good arms locked out. So we have a white, a black, a white, here's a black. So I'm going to need a black that ain't busted here. And I don't know if those are even replaceable. Don't know. That's broke. All right, so this should be a number. What's happening with all my tools? Where are they going? I'm setting them aside and then losing them. Oh, probably underneath here. All right, where'd you go, darn it? There it is. The number 2. Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do here, you know, because that's broke right there and it's kind of together there, but that's just not a good thing. Okay, so I pull that, put it over here. There's another broken one. Wow. There we go. It's a little difficult to break away there. Well, hopefully if it didn't tear up the frame, I'll be okay. Maybe, I hope. I don't know. Don't know how many of these arms are screwed up, to be honest with you.
All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Join Stephen Curry.
I am bringing you the wildest, biggest at-home competition that you've ever seen.
And 7 of the world's top stars of sports and screen for an epic competition. And it's all in support of the UN.
You know, I put on Drink Theater. I don't know what all this other stuff is. Oh, commercials. Yeah, for commercials. Like Facebook, you know, you just... Not Facebook, YouTube. You know, I understand you need to make money and stuff, but I put a lot of stuff up there and I ain't making no freaking money. Maybe I could shoot up the wire a little bit there. I hope it didn't break it. Otherwise I'll have to exchange out that whole arm, which I'll probably do anyway. Wow. Alright. Well, we got that far. Now I'm going to have to work on trying to get me 3 arms repaired. I am going to need a black, 1 white. I need 2 blacks and 1 white. Two blacks and 1 white. So there's a black. There's a white. Another black that we're going to have to change out. A is black, B is white. Got it. Now let's remember I got all those arms over there too. So these basically here are cracked and they're not really going to screw down well at these areas here. See, the motors are still good. That's what's nice. The motors are still good. So, you know, those can be taken apart and you can pull that motor out of there and just order the casing, and that works pretty good. Let me check a time on our camera here as far as battery. Not really showing anything bad, but then again, not showing anything good either. All right, so I'm going to set this aside for just a second. Now you know why I bought the extra drones. All right, so we need a Mr. Blackie. Here's the Mr. Blackie. Of course, my colors are going to be all messed up. Red's no longer going to really be front, but I don't really pay too much attention to that. I do and I don't. I think I'm going to go turn that cooler on a little bit more. It's getting a little swampy here. Gosh, Michael, we should stop putting that garbage up on about religion on. You're so off the mark, it's pathetic. No, actually, Carol, I'm dead smack dab on the mark. That's just the whole thing. And the reason you can't see it is because you don't have your, you're not putting on your spiritual glasses. I don't know what to tell you. It cannot be any other way. There is no possible way that it could be any other way other than what I just told you. Oh, why am I talking about that? Okay. Took a small piece there just for giggles. Because I had to pull that wrap back, that sheathing back so much. So I am going to just kind of cover it up. Not a big deal. I could put shrink wrap on it and do all that, but I didn't. Okay, so let's set all this aside. Bring this back over to the operating table.
Trustful boy, unaware who's watching. Open the door. I am right behind you.
Where's my number 5? All right, and then there is the little gray guy. We got to get him off of here. He doesn't belong there, and then all these will, of course, slide out. Thus, my next arm, which is my white arm. No, I didn't say right arm, I said my white arm. Because I am white. Do you know what that means? That means God created me white. It doesn't mean I'm superior. It doesn't mean nothing like that. It just means that He made me white. Actually, it's because of where I live. I live in the United States of America, which doesn't get the extreme heat that the African nation gets. And that's why those people are dark over there. Now, Indians are not Negroes. Indians are from India. They're Indian, but they seem to be blacker than some blacks. So how do you depict that? Why has it got to be a color thing? That's what I don't get. And why am I getting off into politics here? People will turn me off and not want to listen to me anymore. It's where it belongs. Now it's got to go there. It's got to. And the black one goes there. That's all there is to it. Get to number 2 again. Nice and snug, and Snappiola locks in. Everything's locked down. Bingo. One more to go. I'm glad I decided to do this today. So this one is going to be a black. And there's only one black left. So we're going to get this baby unscrewed. Okay, whoops. The lock washer, we want to keep that on there. I think that's important. Here's some more black tape. We will utilize that. We have to remove our little gray, like that. And I am just going to go ahead and do it the way that I did it earlier because it seemed to work really good. You put your dikes on there or your lineman pliers on there right up to the thing there, and then just grab that and pull and separate it. Works great. No, you don't tear up as much as the plastic, because I've been tearing up the plastic. Put that on there and just kind of grab it and pull it apart. And walla balla balla. Red to red. Black to black and blue to blue. Seems simple enough. See a little exposure there, so I am going to take a little bit of electrical tape. Black tape matters, you know. So we're going to use a little bit of the black tape. Keep anything like that from possibly looking silly. If they're going to lock, it locks. So what we've got here, people, and I'm going to take a break for a second and change the battery out on this camera. Here we got it. It's all together. All together. All right, so this is take 3, I guess, or 2. Fixing to eat me some dinner here too. The burrito was actually double that. This is half of the burrito from a couple days ago. It's carne asada, beans, jalapenos. I kind of mix it up myself. It's hot and it is delish. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this, well, I'm gonna do a little bit of that. and I hope it don't make you sick. Okay, so what I ended up doing here was I was able to find a good bottom and a good top. The good top was cracked, and that's a problem, but I was actually able to glue it back together. And that's it over here. So I used super glue to this track and that one right there, and I lost a little button again. Darn it, I keep losing that thing. Keeps falling. So we'll be good. I don't think there would have been a problem anyways. This is the top, so we'll set it aside for right now. Let me get a bite of this. Oh. No, I didn't make that. That is from Piqueros, across the street from my house. Piqueros. Bueno. Very good. Woo. Love it. Burn my mouth up. All right, so let's go ahead. Now we got to hit these wires and stuff. Now we got to filter them through here. So set them on there nice, thusly. Now let me turn it upside down real quick. Okay, coming through. The little puppy head gotta come through. That little puppy can sit right there, really. You don't need to do much of anything. So that is now flush on there. That was very easy. That worked pretty good. Okay, we got it. Is my camera running? Is the camera running? Oh yeah, it is. We got 3 minutes, 28 seconds. Okay, so that just goes on, and the other top snaps in, the other part snaps in, and then you screw it together. And after you do that, I'm pretty much done. Oh, look at that. Look at all that carne asada. Now, I always mix it with a little bit of beans. Just for giggles. Now, this puppy here goes right here. So we're going to plug it in. Pop that in there like that. Get that to lay down in there. Don't want no wires crossing or nothing. You have to excuse me, but my mouth is kind of on fire. Beep, beep, beep.
Our connection to each other. Our intertwined destinies.
We have to sacrifice to protect our future.
Now this is actually the device that holds the camera. But I only have one camera. So what I slide on here is another mechanism, and I put my GoPro on there. The GoPro 7.
We're using this kind of card with the help of eHealth.
There is no gimbal stabilization except for a little bit that I've been able to kind of put on there.
Many of these
But other than that, we're relying totally upon the
even vitamins and healthy meals.
stabilizers in the camera itself. And the 7, oh my God, primo. Came out real good. I mean, I put those on the front and the back of my quads and go over all kinds of hills and stuff, and you don't even know it. Because it's so smooth. All right, well, that's good, that's good, that's good. This we're not gonna hook up. Yes, I do have one, but I'm not gonna utilize it. And I thought I might have been putting that on backwards. I believe that is a number 1.5 on the Allen wrench. And I was correct. Now this is plastic, so you don't want to clamp down real hard on this stuff or you'll just strip it out, which is not a good thing. I'm sorry you guys have to watch me eat, and I'm sorry it's on camera and it's making you hungry. Love it. All right. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and put my legs on, and I'm going to put my antennas on, and we're going to leave it just at that. I don't believe it matters if it's a left or a right. I really don't. That goes on like that. And then we got the number 2. So that little wire antenna flies up in yonder. That would go in like that. And that one there would go in there like that. With the antenna running up. Now there's other antennas I can put on here. Bigger antennas. I'm just not going to do it right now. I think I got enough on my plate for today. I'm just going to leave it at this. Oh, I know what I need to do. So, alright, so we got that on there. Now let's take and put this other one on here. Put a little wire up in the hole. And take this little guy here. Make sure I got that. Yes, I do. I know I turned the dream theater down in the background only because I want to be able to hear what I was doing here. I don't even know if that camera's in cute because it's on top of my head, so I don't see a viewfinder. But I could have, hooked it up to my iPhone. Duh, stupid me. And I could have looked at the iPhone and it would have told me right there if it was in line. But I'm just going to trust in God that it is. I thought I'd double checked it a couple of times, and if I don't get another bite in, my food's going to get cold. All right, so wire's up there, legs are in, antennas are on, everything's up and good right here. Yes, sirree, Bobby. Take another hit off this. Delicious. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, I know it looks, no, that's carne asada. Mmm. Now the reason I buy it like that, I just buy the carne asada. Don't put nothing in it. I come home and doctor it up myself. Yep. Okay, so we're looking pretty good right here. Let me try something else. Here's my makeshift. This is my makeshift. You see the little bumpers here? So we do have cushion, a little bit, enough, and the GoPro will lock down right on there. There we go. All right, and then I put my GoPro on there. Beep, 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 beep. Landing gear goes up. Beep, 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 beep. All right, so let's turn this puppy over. And hopefully it won't fall apart. Well, look at there. Right there. I do that every time. Just snugging them. Square one. In my mind. I'm just snugging them, not even tightening them really. I'm not over tightening yet. Now I'm gonna snug them. Snug. 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 A lot of this hardware stuff I need to keep. I cannot lose it. I need to keep it for other purposes. But there it is, it's together. So remember, I had 2 drones that were totally just crashed, bashed, and trashed. So I took the parts of both the drones and made one new drone, okay? If it works. And we should be good to do it now because we got plenty of power. So first thing you do is you turn on your receiver, your receiver here, your transmitter, your control panel, whatever you want to call it. Turn that on first. You know, I get on the internet with this thing. I did. That's really weird. That is really weird. And then the battery here is has to be above 50% for it to do anything. So that's good. I'm just going to be happy to hear it go make the funny sound that it does when you fire it up. Now, battery went in okay. Oh my goodness. So you see how I got 2 reds here? Well, the 2 reds are supposed to be at the front, which I believe is here and here. So I'm going to see what I can do there to change them colors around. The 2 whites are supposed to be back here. So this over here should be a blue. It says it's connecting, but I'll probably have to do a sync on it. I'm just thinking. Yeah, because it doesn't appear to be connecting to the Typhoon H. So, let's get this puppy to connect. I'm probably going to have to do some other things. Oh, I do have that around backwards. Oh, okay, so now it's flashing, so that's good. So let's go into system settings. Refresh. Oh, there it is. Looky there. Bind. Connection established. Go back. It's connecting and 16 point. Let me do it. Okay, it's doing it. That is it. I think I'm going to switch my legs around. I don't like the way they're setting there. And, oh, here it is over here. Okay, so we did that. We have 16.6. GPS is on. I want to turn the GPS off for a minute so it'll start up. And it didn't start up. And it didn't start up. Hey! Listen to them pretty little things. Now let's see if these motors are going. We're 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 good. We are good. So another, it's the 3rd time I've had to rebuild these drones. This is a particular reason that I bought this particular drone. Because of the fact that it was a modular drone. And I could pretty much do whatever I could as far as repairing, rebuilding, and all that good stuff. So it worked great, and we're done. I take it out flying, but I'm close to 5 miles from the airport, and they won't let me do that. So I can't do it here, but I just might do it in the morning out there by the lake. Toodles. Okay, for one final thought, what I decided, I told you I was going to do this. I've already switched the legs around. So I turned those upside down. I don't know why this one's loose. It won't tighten up, but it's okay. That's really no bearing on anything as far as the flight. But if you notice, I've taken all these covers off, which was a bitch. And you actually have to replace this whole little circuit there. 2 little screws there, unplugged there, and then because you have to have these color coded right. You see? Red is forward, white is aft. I think one of these is supposed to be green and the other blue, but for like stir and bow or whatever, I don't know. I've been using them in the Navy and I don't remember that stuff. I think one of these is supposed to be green, so I gotta check that stuff out. All right, let me get back to you in a bit. All right, so what we got going on now, I just changed out all the lights, turned them all around so they're in the right perspective places, which are supposed to be red in the forward, white in the aft, and green and blue. And that's what we have. So when I'm flying in the air, you'll know which way's up, which way down, yada yada yada, forward and aft, and yabby yabby. Alrighty, so that drone right there is ready to go. Now I'm gonna change out on my other drone. I'm gonna change out, get the red light in the right spot.